from just supplying LED solutions, we also can provide the content players that sit behind the LED. Now, typically when you buy an LED, you will buy and use Windows software with the software of your LED sending card provider. Yes, these are typically companies like Novastar, Linsin, Colorlight, and other companies. The problem with that is that a lot of times you are beholden to that piece of software, and you can't manage multiple displays in different form factors, whether it's TVs, LEDs, and the like.
Like, for example, if I have 1,000 displays, 2,000, I can't do that?
It's very difficult to do that with this kind of a software, because that software is proprietary to that sending card company. So they only will control one LED, and they don't care about controlling televisions.
What about you?
So with us, we actually have MediaSign Enterprise. MediaSign Enterprise allows you to control thousands of displays with a single server. So by doing that, you can do management of contents across a large number of displays. At the same time, you can control LEDs.
Those displays has to be in one location, or can be multiple?
They can be in different countries. You can actually subdivide your MediaSign network into...
Let's say I have gas station.
Correct.
Like let's say 200, 500, 1,000 gas stations.
Then you can have 1,000 sites managed by a single display.
Or I have, let's say, in duty-free 500, 600...
different country,
yes.
Different planet. Even if you have internet connection to that different planet, you can actually control every single display. Our devices work with a simple player. It's this player here, and it's a very small, a very reliable player. It's been put under the test, running at 50 degrees C under the sun for bus stop information advertising systems. It's been run in casinos, which have been running for 8 years, never been turned off. So it's a very reliable system. It's got no moving components. The power supply is adapter based, so it's actually outside of this box. And it's got no fans, no hard drives.
Those advertisements, for example, or displays, or whatever it is, can it be scheduled?
Yes.
Different content at different
Correct.
day, different...
Unlike loop players, so most people are used to loop players. It's like a little DVD or your TV, and you put a USB behind it, and it'll play loop. This is a broadcast time-based player, 24/7, 365 days a year. So you can differentiate lunchtime from dinner time, or from breakfast, or a specific time frame for a specific event that you might have. So if you have, let's say, a birthday party at a certain time, you can automatically configure a certain portion of your facilities to show advertising up for that birthday party. So that gives you a lot of control for the signage.
For example, if I'm changing the prices of gasoline,
Yes.
I can simultaneously at all my gas stations change
Update them in real time.
and advertise that at this date, at this time,
Correct.
things will change.
So you can pre-configure the advertising information 1 day in advance, or 2 days in advance, or even a month in advance. And then say, assign this display to show at this time on a 365-day-a-year schedule.
Okay. What about the brightness according to the daytime, nighttime?
Yes. So each LED display will have a certain level of brightness. Now, typically, people will put something called a light sensor in there. But the light sensor will determine how sunny or not sunny it is. The problem with the light sensor is it requires a lot of maintenance. Dirt gets on it, it gets damaged because
How do you
it's
do it?
exposed. So with our system, we determine the GPS location of the display itself. By the GPS location, we can determine the sunrise and sunset times of that location. So 30 minutes before sunset, we can already start dimming the display. Now, why you want to dim the display? Number one, you do not want to disturb traffic with very bright displays. Number two, you actually save power and therefore save money in your pocket. The display, the difference between a bright, fully bright 100% and a nighttime display is about 60% brightness.
And if it's more brightness, will last for less time.
That is correct. So that means your lifetime of the display also is degraded as you leave the display on at 100% all the time as well.
Okay.
So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to show you just...
What about if it's cloudy?
Okay. If it's cloudy, then we can use a light sensor. So what we're doing is we're developing a light sensor inside of our player so that we get away from the light sensor of the players themselves. Or we can actually use a G4 system, which then we can actually feed back the system into the player and say, okay, now we can reduce the brightness based on it. Okay? So in this case, Aldrin here will actually control the brightness of a display that is far away. So you'll see that in the corner. In this corner here. So this is actually a P2.6 display, and he's now made it 100% brightness. So then now he will actually make it low brightness on the system. So you can actually manually do it, or you can actually schedule it based on time. So in this case, he suddenly dropped the brightness now, so it's almost very dark already. So we're the only company in the world to have access to protocols of 3 major sending card providers: Novastar, Linsin, and Color Light, which comprise almost 80% of the world market for LED displays. We also can control LG, Samsung, Philips, and PDI TVs through our software. So that means if you want to turn on a TV at 9 o'clock in the morning when the mall or the hospital or the hotel opens, you can automatically schedule it without having to have someone go over there and press a button to turn on the television.
Nice.
The same can be done for LEDs.
All through network, LAN network or Wi-Fi
the whole
network?
internet network, not just a LAN network, through the whole internet. So that means you can be controlling these displays far away from you.
Any other questions, gentlemen?
No,
I'm satisfied.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All good?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.